All right, welcome back. This is part 6 of the West Coast Swing Unreleased series. And now we have a wonderful match here that's going to happen between James Dodong ARANAS and Jeff the Bull DeLUNA, two Filipino players that are no strangers to each other, playing a race to 9 10 ball. Both these guys are pretty evenly matched currently, even though it's a year later, September. This is September 30th, 2019. This match was recorded a year ago, just over a year ago, July 6th, 2018. But right now, these guys are currently they're evenly matched. I think James is a little higher. He's an 805, and Jeffrey DeLUNA's a 796. But even back last year, it would have been a coin toss as to who would win or should win a match like this race to 9 10 ball. So we're definitely going to see these guys go at it hard. Both players want to win. This match is actually a third round match on the winner's side. The matches get a little bit more difficult, and they also get more serious, because the pressure starts to mount. And you definitely want to win that third round in the winner's side. I believe it guarantees you a spot on the money too. So here we go, Jeffrey DeLUNA with the break. And there's Combo Bob sitting in his Hawaiian shirt. I think he's been in every match so far that I've recorded. Nice shot. The 4 ball goes in, the 1 ball goes in, and he's got a shot on the 2. And look at the 7 and the 8 ball. They're tied up, it looks like. So, as with a 10 ball, as with most 10 ball breaks, you don't want anything tied up. You want everything wide open. He does have a shot on the 2. I think his power is what makes this break look so much different than most 10 ball breaks. Jeffrey has a lot of power in his break. He plays a great shot on the 2 ball. He's sort of kind of recovered position here, so now he's pretty good on the 3, except he'd like to be on the other side of it because the 5 ball's next. So I don't know if he's just going to draw back. He's looking right there. So is he going to force follow this without inside English? Sitting next to 9 ball Bob on the left, we have Emily Collado. She is, her hair is really long there. And Emmeline, coincidentally, wow, what a shot that was. He wanted to play, like I said, or as he showed earlier, he wanted to play his cue ball closer to the rail. But I still think he can shoot this 5. But incidentally, I want to say happy birthday to Emily Collado. It's her birthday today, September 30th, 2019. And she just so happens to make an appearance in this video, which is, I think, fitting. There's no conspiracy going on here. It's just, a coincidence. So how's he going to handle this 7? Is he going to basically bank the 7 like he is, like with the position he has now? So because he can maintain this position by just drawing back off the 6. It's possible too. He might actually have angle to break out the 6, the 7-8 with the 6. Let's see. Bob's looking at it. Yeah. What a shot. That was a very well played pattern. And this immediately sends a message to James, you know, that, oh, look, and now he's playing right-handed. And we've been watching him play left-handed so far. Now he wants to switch. But yeah, this sends a message to James, you know, like, hey, I'm here to play. And sit down. When I miss, it's your shot. So, seems fairly easy here. I think he's a little jacked up over this 10, but I think he could just roll forward a little, play for the short side of the 9 ball. I mean, he can choose other shots. I don't know if it's really... Sometimes it's best to keep it simple, right? He's jacked up. I don't know if he's... Oh, okay. He wanted to... Oh, I see. He wanted to play the 9 to the corner. I think he's got a little too much angle. Now he's kind of on the 50-yard line here. Now he's thinking about back cutting. Looks to be a scratch there. Boy, he might be in some trouble here. I don't know if it was worth it to try to play shape like that. He was jacked up, you know, so sometimes it's better. Keep it real simple. He's calling the corner because that's what this is, called pocket, by the way. There's also a 3-foul rule here. And for this tournament, there were no jump cues allowed. So you can jump, but you have to jump with your playing cue or your break cue, with a full-length cue. Well, for what he had there, he played a very good shot. And he just, basically what he did was he just decided, you know what, I'm going to play this, and I'm going to bring the cue ball in the vicinity of the 10. I'm going to accept whatever position I end up with. And, you know, Jeffrey played that shot very well. He's got, it's kind of a toughie. He's a little close to his work. And shots like this make anybody nervous, especially a 10 ball. You don't want to miss like this. This would be a break and run for Jeffrey DeLUNA. Who he's had a pretty good year. In fact, this year he came in 3rd place in the Matchroom Pool U.S. Open 9-ball championship at the Mandalay Bay in Vegas earlier this year in April, and he came in 3rd. I mean, out of a field of, I think it was 256 players, he ended up taking like $10,000-$15,000. Great showing for him. I did see him. I saw him shortly after he won. He came to Los Angeles to do some clinics and spend some time here. I told him congratulations, but he was a little hot about it. He was really disappointed. He was like, man, I know I could have won. And, he wanted to win the whole thing. So, you know, that shows you how much pride he has in his pool game. All right, 1-0, a scratch on the break, and that's not going to be good playing James ARANAS, especially since he's made 3 balls. James is he'll make short work of this, and I don't see him missing. This doesn't look hard at all. James is also a big money player, and when he came onto the scene about 2 years ago to the United States, I think he won something like, he came in first place in like 8 or 9 tournaments, and I think this year, 2018, he came in first in about 6 or 7 tournaments. So James, it has made a strong showing for coming out of out of the Philippines to compete in the United States, and he too is also well known for a big break. He's got a pretty big break, and as you can see too, he has kind of a big stroke too. But I think he's around 26 years old, 27 years old. He's a younger guy, Jeff DeLUna was born in 1984, so he's kind of like, more of the mentor age to ARANAS. But that doesn't matter here, because when they play pool, the gloves come off. That was a very nice break. This was actually a $15,000 added event sponsored by California Billiards, the best pool hall in the United States, with 26 9-foot tables. I believe just over half of them are diamondized gold crowns with diamond rails. And so they play like diamond tables, and then these diamond pro-ams. Actually, he's got, I think now, 10 diamond tables, 9-foot diamonds, and he also has 8. I say he, I mean Chris Swart over at California Billiards has 8 diamond bar tables as well. They've got a lot of leagues going on. They've got tournaments that happen every third Saturday and Sunday of the month. This is the best pool hall, and in my opinion, in California, if not in the United States. We were able to kind of like turn this into a little mini Vegas. What with the sponsors we had a West Coast Cue Maker showcase with Ariel Carmelli and Eddie Cohen, Kent Davis, and Tiger Products there. Also, West State Billiards was there. They were a headline sponsor to the event, and we had a lot of support. And this was an amazing event. And from here, we went straight down to Phoenix, Arizona. We did Freezer's Ice House tournament. I think it was called the Freezer's Ice House 10-ball challenge. And also we did one pocket there as well. So that's what the West Coast Swing is all about. Is we want to awaken the road player within. We want to give you like four weeks for you to go on the road and chase the cash. That was the sort of the heartbeat of the West Coast Swing events. And James is making quick work here. He's already won 2 games. Scratch on the break against James means 2 games. Whoopsie. Ah, yes, the 10-ball break. James seems like he actually is controlling his break a little more than Jeffrey did in the beginning of this match. The art of the 10-ball break is such that it's not so much about how hard you hit it to make balls go in, but how how well you hit it, because you need to control your cue ball, and you need to hit that rack at a specific velocity and speed so that these balls track to the pockets that they want them to go to. Those two wing balls are supposed to track all the way around table back to their respective corner pockets. The balls underneath the one ball are supposed to track directly to their respective side pockets, and the two balls underneath that are supposed to actually cross bank to the side pockets. It's very interesting if you watch the 10-ball break. It's almost become easier than playing 9-ball. I know that sounds crazy, with the exception of the fact that they have to call the pocket. Makes 10-ball harder, but 9-ball, it's both disciplines. There's an art to breaking in both disciplines, but 10-ball is not as hard as it used to be. Everybody knows how to break in 10-ball now. It's pretty standard. You'll see people do it differently, though. Some people know or think they know more than others about the 10-ball break. And the 10-ball break can vary from table to table as well. So, there's fine tuning that you have to kind of make a little adjustments. Okay, so DeLUNA's in trouble here. Jeff's played a safety off the break because he really didn't have a pocket for the 1-ball. That 8-ball takes away the masse shot on the one. So he was thinking he could masse around the 2, but the 8-ball takes that away. There's no room. Now it looks like he's looking at a Z bank, so he'll a Z kick. He'll kick this cue ball past the 4, between the 4 and the 5, to hit the rail right there under the 7. So that would be his second rail, and hopefully hit the 1-ball. That is what he's trying to do. Ooh, missed it by about an inch and a half. And James's plan works out for him. So I don't know if he can see the side pocket here. And remember, I said there's a 3-foul rule. So James may be better off just trying to get Jeffrey on the 3-foul rule here. So, yep, I think he's going to play safe. Yep. And I'm not sure how he's going to hit this ball either, because you remember, if you've been watching these unreleased matches, you might remember me a couple matches ago. I talked about how the safety, there's an art form, in playing safety. When it comes to these pros, they don't just try to hide you behind a ball. They try to hide you behind a ball and take away all of the access lanes to that ball. So if you can see, there's not much access. I don't see that many lanes. Like the 5-ball takes away a 2-rail kick, the 4-ball takes away a 4-rail kick, and he might be able to hit this 3 rails. He won't be able to reach the 1-rail kick because he's too short, and using a bridge over that 10-ball would just be insane. So I think his only way to hit this is 3 rails. It might hit. Oh, wow. He was very close again. So ARANAS now will have Jeffrey on 2 fouls. But if you take a look at this layout, ARANAS doesn't even need to. He doesn't even need to play the 3rd foul. He can run this out from here. What's good though is he has the added insurance of knowing that if he gets out of line, he can play another safety on Jeffrey and really, put the triple threat on him. It's 3-1. And remember now, this is, James played a couple of safeties as well, but Jeffrey has essentially lost these last 3 games because he scratched on the break. Essentially made one mistake. One mistake had cost him 3 games. So a lot of you amateurs may come into a match playing a pro like this thinking, oh, I'm going to get some chances, and when I get them, I'm going to do my best. You better do your best. Do your best. When you're this caliber, though, you can sit and lose 3 games in a row and not feel like it's too much pressure, especially early in the match like that. DeLUNA is probably thinking like, okay, I'm down 2 games, but I can make it up. I'm good enough to make it up. I just need one chance to the table. Hey, did this guy just kick Emmeline Collado out of her chair? Come on, Bob. Bob Bolio just kicked her out of the chair. So it's the 8 and the 10 ball, I think, that are going to be the problems here in this rack. The 8 ball doesn't really have an established, like a clear pocket to shoot at. I mean, there's the side in the corner from the short side, but I'm not saying James can't get to the short side of that ball, judging by where the 7 is. I think, though, he may just create an angle to where he's going to either bump the 8 or bump the 10 with the cue, use it as a stopper. But he's got to get through this next 4 balls first before he plays that 8 ball. This 6 ball is kind of being a pest because it's not allowing him, where he is on the 3, he's not able to really get the right angle on the 4 that he wants so that he can run these balls out. So what he's done here, he's actually decided, to play a harder shot on the 4 ball so that he can get a much better angle on the 6, because he's doing this all because of the breakout. Now, right here, it doesn't look like it, but this is actually like a 2-way shot, because if he misses this, he's going to cover. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, now he's hooked him behind the 6. Boy, this James ARANAS, man, he's got a big brain. I tell you, he's playing pretty smart pool. And it's like any time that Jeffrey comes to the table now, he's hooked. This ball's missable, but Jeffrey does have a high percentage to make it, higher than most, but it is missable. If he makes it, it'd be good for him. Oh no, he missed it. He missed it pretty bad, actually, now. So Jeffrey's getting a little distraught right now. He's getting a little frustrated. He's getting mad. I think he's getting mad. Not mad at James, but just mad at himself, because he's and mad at himself. He's probably, he's taking responsibility for the fact that he scratched on that break, that second break of his. He knows that's why he's down. And he's mad because he missed that kick. That was the best opportunity he had in the last 4 visits to the table to try to come back. All right, so James, what are you going to do here? You're going to bump the 10 or the 8? Or are you going to play short side? He's going to bump the 8, and look at this. This is perfect. All right. Well, Jeff's going to stay seated. ARANAS going to rack. He's now won 4 games because of that scratch on the break. Shout out to all you guys watching. Thank you for leaving me your support, all of your messages, and please, by all means, leave us a comment, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm releasing one of these matches every day up until they're all released. There were a total of 14 matches that I found in my archive that are unreleased to YouTube that I wanted to bring to you and redub. These matches were all recorded on our stream table number 2. So I'm dubbing this commentary over a year later, actually. 1 ball to the corner, and James has a shot on the 2 and a chance to run out again. This is turning out to be a brutal beating by James ARANAS. I don't know if he's too straight. It looks like he has some angle, but I think he's worried about getting stuck behind the 9 ball here. So he wants to force follow and play the. But how do you get angle? You need also a little angle, I think, on the 4. Oh, he bumped into the 9. Now he has angle, but he's got to reach this. I don't know if he's gonna grab the bridge. Nope. He just strafes over the table, just straddles the table, and just bops it in. No problem for James. So remember the last rack was the 8 and the 10 ball. Now the 8 and the 9 ball seem to be kind of like covering each other. So I think he can shoot this to the side. So he just went ahead and stunned out. Nice shot on the 8 ball. Shots like that, you know, they can always be missable because you're finessing. You're using the natural weight of the ball and the speed of the table to make the shot. And sometimes when you hit those balls natural and slow like that, they'll have a tendency to roll off or skid. Sometimes there's chalk on the cue ball, dirt on the cue ball, or dirt on the table. And balls can skid when you hit them pocket speed like that. So 5-1, 5-1. My goodness, James. Does it really have to hurt that bad? I want to also give a shout out to Ramin Bakhtari, Marianne Starkey, the brains behind Go Play Pool, the free app that you can download to your device. If you're looking for events, for monthly tournaments all across the country, if you're looking for a big event to go to, a big event to support, or even to participate in and compete in, you definitely need the Go Play Pool app on your device. Well, well, well. Okay, so it's 5-1. James finally makes a mistake. That's not a bad record, though. No mistakes in 5 racks. I mean, come on. No mistakes in 5 racks, right? Because this is his 6th rack. He finally makes a mistake. So now it's up to Jeffrey, which now this can be very difficult because you've been sitting in your chair. The only time you've come to the table is to come kick out of some kind of a safety, and now you're expected to just, catch up. Even right here, this opening shot, you can see that the pressure is on. The pressure is really on for Jeffrey DeLUNA right now. And that's not to say that Jeffrey can't handle the pressure. It's just, this is what pool players are often faced with, is to come to the table 4 games down against your opponent, and you've got to do a lot of hard work to try to close the gap. That's a good shot. Cue ball rolling a little bit too much there. And he's, like you're sitting there for 5 racks, and now you've got to get back and stroke, so. So he's probably just like, oh gosh, okay, I gotta win. I gotta win this every game now. He's playing with a little bit of fear. You can see it. A little bit of fear. But there's a reason why they call him the Bull. It's not because he looks like me. Although he does kind of have a bull's, like the look of a bull when he's staring you down. So I feel good for Jeffrey right here. I think he's good to run this out, and this will be good for him. He'll be able to just kind of catch his breath while he racks his next rack. I'm a little worried for him on his break because it's like I was saying earlier. Oh my goodness! I think he's okay here. You just gotta stick to your fundamentals on this shot. Obviously being out of line on the 10 ball when you're down 4 games, there's some pressure there, but it's very important to forget about that and not put any added pressure on yourself. Because your opponent's going to do that for you. They're going to put all the pressure they are going to try to do, put the pressure on you. Why should you put any more pressure on yourself? So it's important to try to relax. Relaxation in this sport is often as important as adrenaline. And being able to control your own levels of adrenaline, breathing exercises, and constant mantras and patience. All of those things will serve to help you. They will serve to help you compete when you're down, and they'll also help you when you're up because you always have to be the same when you play this game. 5-2. 5-2. So like I said, it's his break I'm a little concerned about. because he has such a powerful break. He really needs to control the cue ball. And what do you guys think? That was pretty strong, pretty strong. What's happened here? Is he messed up now with the 7? I think he can play the 1 into the 6 maybe. Well, he's not exactly jumping for joy, so I'm not really sure if he can play it rail first into the 6. He might be hooked by that 7 ball. The 7 ball might have taken that shot away. So he just called the 6 ball. Is he trying to play a billiard, like make the 7 push the 6 in? Oh, yeah. Ooh, it almost went too. And shape on the 1 ball. Look at that. Oh, well, so here we go. There's another mistake from Jeffrey. You know, he got robbed on that break. He played a great break. Cue ball, he squatted the cue ball really nicely in the middle of the table there. I bet he's mad now too. He's probably a little steamed. He's probably just hoping that this last mistake doesn't cost him, you know, another 4 games. He's kind of getting victimized here by James ARANAS. James played that combo hard, and I don't know why. I think he was worried that the 1 ball might wander off by the 7 and take away the 1 ball shot. So now he's got to cut this and come down and back up table for shape on the 2. It looks like perfect speed. He's good. Played a great shot. Oh, whoa, cue ball. Whoa. Hold on a second, folks. Hold the phone. I think that forced follow might have forced itself a little too much follow behind the 8 now. So let's see. Maybe James might have to play this 3 ball rail first. And if he does play it this way, I play it with draw. Rail first and draw off the 3. No, it goes right in. What am I talking about? I'm just trying to create some drama. Come on. Well, there's Bob Young just enjoying the heck out of this day. Combo Bob in the Hawaiian shirt. I wonder how many side bets he's made on this day. He likes to come. He traveled from Southern California to come and watch these events, and yeah, you know, he's perfectly at home there. And I think I see Lenny Robinson sitting above the POVPOOL logo there, just sitting behind on the left side of the table. That's Lenny Robinson. His dad was Robinson Hughes, or was it his uncle? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I'm sorry, Lenny. 6-2 now. Jeffrey's probably going to need to take a chill pill of some kind because I know that feeling, you know, like when you're just sitting there getting humiliated by one of your compatriots, you know. I mean, if I was like, this would be comparable to like if I was sitting here playing, you know, Dave Hema or Johnny Kang or Foch Garcia or Frank Barber, you know, if they were beating up on me and I wasn't giving them a game, I'd be feeling it pretty hard, especially if it was like recorded like this. But he's not thinking about the cameras right now. He's just thinking about, I need another chance to prove myself. What a beautiful break, and nothing goes in. So this is his chance. Can he make the? Can he shoot at the one? He better hope he can, man. I tell you. So. Remember, this rack he's shooting right now, this is the rack where he's got, you know, he'll warm himself up a little bit. Because he hasn't really had a chance to do much. So he's got to open up and loosen up a little. And this is a good rack for him. I think he can run this out. This would be a key shot right here. Whether or not he draws out to the side rail or not remains to be seen. I don't know how he's going to get to this 3. He looks like he's putting draw on the ball. He drew out, managed to miss the 7, and he's got perfect shape on the 3 ball. He's got cutting angle on the 3 ball to get shape on the 4 to almost any of the 3 pockets that it goes to. And now look, he's shooting right-handed again. He's a lefty, and he's decided to switch from left to right. So he might as well wear 2 gloves if he's going to do that. So the hard work's done now. He's poised to run out from here. He's done the hard work. The 3 ball was getting shape on that 3 was the tough one. He decides to play short side of the 6. He's definitely just looking for natural shape at this point. Don't want to have to do anything fancy with the cue ball. Don't want to get out of line. And he doesn't even like this shape, to tell you the truth. I mean, you can shoot this natural with pocket speed, and you could very easily miss this at pocket speed. So, you know, you've got to bear down and just focus on every shot. I mean, even here he's a little off. I mean, he could, if he's off angle here, he can just play the corner to the 8 ball to the corner after this. Wow. Boy, that shot was not without risk. As you guys can see, he could have scratched in the side there. he's recovered. My style of play, I think I might have just rolled the 7 in and played the 8 ball to the top corner there, right where he just walked by, right by our POVPOOL logo there, the top left, and then drew back for the 9 in the side. I mean, I'm not second guessing DeLUNA, but you know, playing 3-rail shape on that 7 to the 8 was a little odd to me. A little odd. However, he's Jeffrey DeLUNA, man. Like, the guy probably give me six out in the breaks and still beat me. So, you know, he might just want to play that shot so that he can open up his arm, like I was saying. All right, so 6-3. DeLUNA struggling a little bit, but he's getting there. Can he contain? Can he stop the bleeding here? Can he stop the bleeding? Another win would be great for him at this point. And I think I mentioned to you guys, this is the 3rd round of the winner's side of the bracket. So, you know, this is actually a very important match to win because this being the 3rd round of the winner's side, there are only, you know, you're kind of halfway there. You only need 3 more matches after this to play for the hot seat. 64-player bracket. So, and if you lose this match, you go to the 1-loss side, and it's only harder. You know, I mean, you got guys like Rodney Morris on the 1-loss side, Tony Chohan, Warren Kiamko. I mean, it's not pretty over there on the 1-loss side right now. Jeffrey was he was fortunate there. He hit the 6 ball, but not enough to hide him behind those balls. Just enough to allow him to roll further down table for angle on the 2. So he's okay here. He can shoot a couple different ways, but I think he's going around 2 rails. Yeah, to shoot the 3 in the same pocket. That's a good soft shot. He's slightly off angle here, but this is harmless. He can actually draw back and not even hit the 8 ball. Yeah, he's looking at what type of angle he wants on the 5, because 5 to the 6 now becomes the key shot. He may have to play for shape on the 6 on the short side if he gets off angle here. So okay, so he played to avoid the 8. He did that. He played off the rail. He did that. But I think he wanted a little more. So now he has to play the short side of the 6, and you've got to be careful here. If you play this 2 rails, this becomes a speed shot where if you overroll this, you might scratch, but you're also going to put yourself in a really difficult position to back cut the 6 ball. And you definitely don't want to be back cutting the 6 ball. That's 2 rail position, but if you can somehow manufacture 3 rail position, then you're a lot better off. And that's what he's done. He's got 3 rail position here. That's much better than trying to play the speed shot for two-rail position. The two-rail position comes out a lot longer, and you're coming across the angle, across the angle of shape instead of into the angle of shape. You're crossing the line, basically. Your cue ball crosses the line of shape. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Jeffrey doing some damage now. His chance to shine. You can only wonder how this match may have turned out if he did not scratch on that second break. And honestly, you know, it would be nice to see these guys play a long race, a long championship, or at least be nice to see them end up in the finals of a nice big tournament together, like the U.S. Open or, you know, the U.S. Open 9-ball. To see how they would play each other today would be phenomenal. Jeffrey DeLUNA right now shoots as it is 796 Fargo rate, and ARANAS shoots as an 805 or something like that. 805, yeah. His Fargo rate is 805, so I mean they're very closely matched. And the 5-ball tracks to the side, the 1-ball, the 2-ball, and the cue ball. Oh no, and the 4-ball even went in. He made 4 balls on the break and the cue ball. And once again, that is why the 10-ball break is not so much about how hard you hit it, because you know, he made 4 balls, but there's a little bit of give and take to those situations. You know, you got to consider, no, you really need to control your cue ball on the 10-ball break. And unfortunately, it's a fine line between how hard you want to hit it and how good you want to hit it. So there's a little work to do here. I think the 7 and the 9 are tied up, and he's looking at the 7 and 9 like it goes to the corner, so he's going to play a combo, a triple combination on this. He's going to extract that 7-ball right away, which is actually not a bad shot, but he's got to make sure he's got something. He can shoot the 3-ball after this. So he's going to hit this, I think, with a little bit of speed. No, he hit it soft. Why did he hit it soft? I think it went in. Yeah, it did go in. But now he's got to play another combo. you never want to have to play combo after combo here. I mean, it doesn't happen. It doesn't come up a lot, but he's now got to control. Combos are always like a last resort, really, because unless they're dead. Because you never know what the shape's going to be after you shoot a combo. All right. What happened there? Jeffrey's talking to him now. I think he's saying he fouled. Obviously, we didn't get to see the shot, really. Is he saying that he double hit the cue ball? Yeah, he's saying that there's a double hit. I don't know what's going to happen here. So what's James going to do? Is he going to fight this fight? I'm not sure if these guys will go to the booth. I don't know if they have Janet Okamoto there talking to them, or I don't think they ask us for an instant replay. And I don't think we even captured it because James was in the way of the shot. So whatever the outcome here, just please hold while they figure it out, and whether or not Jeffrey DeLUNA takes ball in hand or not. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if he saw legitimate foul, then maybe James should bow out and give it to him. It doesn't help that they're talking to each other in Tagalog either. Okay, so now they're getting a referee, and they're going to have a discussion. So I can only assume that Jeffrey honestly thinks that James hit the cue ball twice, a double hit, and he's also saying that it's impossible the cue ball would have landed there if you only hit it one time. It's just not possible, and so I think they're going to get a referee over there. But to be quite honest with you, I don't remember what happened in this event with this particular match and with this call. But I'm going to assume it's going to go to James. James is going to put up a fight, and he's going to be, he's going to basically say, like, look, man, there was no ref present, nobody saw it. I don't remember if I don't even know if I was operating this at the time, if I was operating the commentary booth, so I don't know if they came up to me to ask me for a replay. And even if Geraldine was there, I don't think we would have even seen it, because I don't think we saw the hit. our angle. So
if I'm wrong, I will quit. I'm 100%. If I'm wrong, I will.
that's Ken Schumann. Yeah, so at this point, I can only assume that yeah, basically Jeffrey's contesting that there's no way the cue ball would end up where it was based on the position and the lie without him hitting it twice. And I think Jeffrey's trying to offer Ken to see the position, but I think Ken is probably going to he's probably going to say the same thing here. Hold on. I apologize. I know you guys want to see action. Okay, now I remember why this. Okay, we had an audio drop in this particular match, and I think this is why, because they were. I think somebody else asked us to come and do a playback, and I think because we were asked if we could do a playback, something something got tripped, and we ended up losing audio on the rest of this match. So once again, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that Ken Schumann's probably going to say, like, look, I can't favor you because I wasn't there to see it. We can sit here and reconstruct the shot all we want, but if James is not going to concede, then I'm going to have to rule in favor. It goes to the shooter. So, and I apologize for losing audio on this. And once again, I apologize for the delay in action here because I know you guys want to see action. Look, at this point, I think Jeffrey knows that he's not going to win this case. In most cases, the referee and the tournament director is going to rule in favor of the shooter. And so, as you can see, that's what's happened here. And once again, my apologies for the drop in audio on this match. The rest of this match is without the actual audio that it came with. So I'm going to continue commentating this without any more audio. And Ken Schumann rules in favor of the shooter. This has to be, or had to be, a frustrating match for Jeffrey, who, has really, he's made a really good run here of trying to recover from losing 5 games off of that scratch on the break in the beginning. And he's got to be now very frustrated by the fact that James doesn't want to concede to a foul that Jeffrey's calling him on. So here we go. James misses. And Jeffrey, he's probably like, aha, see? Payback's a bitch. Right? He's like, karma. And I can't say that James, I can't say that it was a bad hit. I didn't even see the shot, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. We only had one camera on this table, you know. So, you know, if the shooter blocks the shot, that's what you guys are going to see. All right, we got ourselves a spider fight here. DeLUNA. He's bearing down on this 10 ball. Boy, he doesn't want to miss. You know, this happens a lot too. And, you know, Jeffrey's not trying to shark. He's not trying to shark James at all. He honestly wants ball in hand. He thinks that James fouled. And he's not trying to break the momentum either, you know. But it looks like James's momentum was broken there, who missed a routine run. And now DeLUNA is breaking, only one game behind, and he was down 5-1 in this match. Jeffrey might even be taking, no, is he taking a break? I think he's taking a break. Yep, he's put his table on the cue on the table, and he's taking a quick break. And I want to thank, once again, I want to thank all of the sponsors. West State Billiards was a part of this West Coast Challenge event. I want to thank California Billiards, Chris Swart, Mike Reddick, and everybody over at California Billiards. They've got the best staff, the best equipment, and really, you know, tons of parking. They've got special promo rates at the Holiday Inn Express for only $94 a day. So if you and a pool playing buddy want to share a room together, it's pretty cheap, you know, inexpensive to travel to. And they got couple of the best housemen in the business, Shaky Dave and, you know, Russell. Russell's a good dude. And you got Richard there. Kyle, one of the best bartenders. Darcy, she's always reliable. You got great staff over there. Also want to give a shout out to Ken Schumann, Janet Okamoto. They actually were the tournament directors at this event. Ken Schumann is the best in the business, and Janet Okamoto keeps him in line, and she's kind of like the glue that keeps it together too. Also want to thank. There's so many people to thank that helped put this event together. You know, all of the sponsors, Eddie Cohen and Ariel Carmelli, Kent Davis, Tiger Products, Craig Herman, Ernesto Dominguez worked on the tables there. Um, uh, Santiago, he's the head chef over there, makes the best food. B. Davison always puts a smile on my face. Bob Bolio was there taking photos. I mean, there's just so much action that goes on at the West Coast Swing events. It's awesome, and even to the players that came and supported it, guys like Trace Kane and Bernie Pettypiece, Jerry Matchin, you know, the guys that come from Washington, Darren Walding, Steve. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name. Steve. Oh my gosh, I can't remember your name, Steve. Steve from Washington. The guys that come from Vegas, the guys that come from Arizona, from Southern California, not just to play but also to spectate this event. It's a mini Vegas coming up to the West Coast Challenge in at California Billiards. It really is. So here comes Jeff DeLUNA. He has cooled James's heels enough, I think, and this apparently seems to be the secret ingredient that was missing in this match for Jeff DeLUNA. But let's not forget also that he's not only cooling James down, but he's cooling himself down. Let's hope it pays off for Jeff. And also, I don't want to forget JB cases, the best cases in the Shire, the best quality, the best protection for your case, for your cue, and also, you know, just uh, a lifetime warranty. How about that? jbcases.com. Don't ever choose another case for your cue, or I will scold you. All right, here we go. Jeff DeLUNA, who is probably in this match right now with a little bit of not only resignation, but a little bit of fury. He is playing with a little bit of fury here. He's hooked on the one. He's going to have to play a good shot here to show James that he doesn't want to lose, that he's not going to lose. Does not intend to give James control of the table here. Now, what I mean by that is, you know, he doesn't necessarily intend to make the next shot, but he does not want to give James a chance to regain control of the table. So he wants to play either a real good safety, or he wants to play a good two-way kick shot to try to make the one. So what's he looking at here? He's looking at thinning the one ball. I think he wants to thin this one ball, two rails, bring the cue ball down table, and he wants to hide. He's playing a push shot. What am I talking about? He's playing a push out. He wants to play against the rail, and James will probably give this right back. He can play a very slow safety here. He can just play to bring the one ball behind the four ball or the six ball. So you're just going to basically bank the one ball, two cushions, and try to hold the cue ball behind the seven, or at least just hold the cue ball on that side of the table, because the four and the six should protect the cue ball from showing him the one ball. Unless he's got some other thing in mind. I don't know what he's got in mind. He still has the option to give this back to Jeff DeLUNA as well. Gives it back. He gives it right back. He says, you know what? This is your shot, buddy. Show me. Show me. Don't tell me. Show me. And Jeff decides to take another break. No, I don't know what Jeff's doing. Jeff should be actually down on the shot right now, or if nothing else, he should be assessing the table. He's probably, I don't think he's allowed to take a break at this point. He's already taken his break. So far, Jeff's plan has worked out. He's maintaining control of the table. I think he's going to play my shot. I mean, I don't see any other shot, really. Yeah, he didn't want to hit the 4. Now he's going to be in big trouble because James is going to now stick him. Either behind the 7 or he's going to be behind those 2 balls, the 4 and the 6. This is not going to be, or can he hit the other side of the 1 ball and play down table? No, he's just keep it simple. So Jeff's got no choice. He's going to play 1 rail kick. It's a missable shot. He can accidentally make the 8 ball. There's a lot of weird things can happen here, but mostly I would predict that James should have a shot at the 1 here. Odds of Jeffrey making this ball in the corner are very low. So this ball in hand, and James wins the battle here. So I think that was a good choice by James to give Jeffrey that safety back, that push shot back. I mean, obviously it was a good decision. But Jeffrey could have played a great shot, and he could have really caused a lot of pain. So these are like 2 crucial mistakes that Jeffrey has made. And that's kind of crazy, huh? You can make 2 mistakes against James ARANAS, and it can cost you a race to 9. I mean, wow. But let's see. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Potentially, though, that's pretty scary. I don't see any problem here at all. James ain't. I don't think he's missing from here, at least in this rack. Like one can only tell what'll happen at the break for the next rack, but I really don't see James missing. It's unfortunate for Jeff. He's been trying to earn these games back, but he did not get a good break. He made a ball, but he ended up hooked on the 1, and that changed everything. Played a good push shot. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if somebody gives it back to you, you've usually played a pretty tough push. So 7-5. And I'm sure Jeffrey, once again, he's boiling right now. He doesn't want to lose this. He does not. But he's very contained. He saves it for the table. You won't see him you generally won't see him, getting angry with someone or getting, outwardly mad. He saves it for the table. Eight ball gets kicked in, and the five drops to the corner, and he looks good on the one. So the nine ball may obstruct this cue ball from coming off the one, two rails around. So you might see James just play this with draw. He might just draw out, and as long as he doesn't hit this four ball coming back, he should get pretty good shape on the two. I think he can actually maneuver the cue ball around the nine without hitting the two, without hitting it. But I think it's actually safer, and you're not coming in across the angle. Yeah, if you just draw out. He did hit the four, but he didn't hit it hard enough to get in trouble, or he didn't hit it full enough to get in trouble. He's actually perfect on this two ball. Um, he might roll forward here, pass the three, and come back up table. Yeah. Now he can play this. He can play this a couple different ways. He can. I think he's looking at the side pocket. He might actually just play his cue ball three rails around um, for shape on the four in the side, the right hand side, the one he's standing by. He might even use a fourth rail here, or he can just follow. But I think he'll play it three rails around. Oh no. Okay. Okay. He decides to play it for the corner. It's whatever you're comfortable with, and I guess it's the simplest way to play it. Uh, what's he doing here? Because okay, yeah, he's just holding the cue ball to play six of the corner. You don't want to. He could have tried to do some kind of fancy shot there and get straighter on the six, but he's okay shooting this. I think most of the time it's been break and run for James. I think he's broken run three racks, if you include this one out of this set. And he came to the table, I think, with ball in hand one time and ran that out. And I think there was one rack that was a dry break, and he ran that out. So DeLUNA is now just not in a position to make any mistakes. He's going to have to just hope he gets to the table. James is kind of cruising now. He could very well break and run and close out. Once again, the loser of this match, they're not out of the tournament, but you got you got Tony Chohan over there on the one-loss side, Rodney Morris over there, Brandon Schuff, um, Jason Williams, Corey Deuel. I think the loser of this match has to go and play Rodney Morris next on the one-loss side. So you don't want to lose this. Nobody wants to lose this match. You know. and you're not just it's not just one good player. You have to play on the one loss side. I think it's Warren Kiamko, Torsten Holman, Shane Van Boning was on the one loss side in this event. Uh, it's ugly over there. It's ugly. it's it's not pretty. It's not pretty for you and me. Uh, I mean, maybe nine ball Bob, combo Bob can play over there, but I sure can't handle the field. Whoa, whoa. I think James is running out here. I think it's over. I mean, I don't want to be too, I hate to be that guy that predicts the next shot. I don't know if you guys dig what I'm saying while these matches are going on or you don't dig it. But, uh, you know, I can't stand it when somebody goes, oh, he's out from here. I just don't like that. But um, James has a pretty solid record of not fumbling, and he looks pretty good here. He's got very smooth stroke. He shoots straight. He's got a little long, kind of a long stroke. And that's probably going to do it. Jeffrey's going to make him shoot, and that'll do it, guys. Once again, sorry for the audio drop in this particular file. I think we get our audio back during the next match that we have coming up, which will be Dennis Okoye versus Jason Shaw. So stay tuned for tomorrow. We have Dennis Okoye versus Jason Shaw playing a race to 9, and their match was also on the winner's side. Was it? I think it was. And yeah. And I hope you guys enjoyed this match. Once again, want to thank all of you guys for watching. Please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications because we're posting these every day. So, as soon as the match comes up, you will be notified and you can watch it immediately. And please feel free to leave us comments. Your comments and suggestions are always helpful. Your donations are always appreciated to POVPOOL via PayPal at Gmail. POVPOOL at gmail.com. You can go to POVPOOL.com and you can click on the donate button on our website if you care to support POVPOOL in any way. And we also have a premium channel, of which I want to apologize to those of you who are already members of our premium. I haven't added much to that channel in the past 9 months, and I'm kind of still thinking about what I want to do with that channel. It's a lot of work to maintain, but I do have a premium channel, and if you care to support POVPOOL on a monthly basis, you can always sign up for POVPOOL's premium service. You can cancel anytime. Anyway, guys, keep loving pool. Tomorrow, Dennis Okoye versus Jason Shaw. And hopefully our audio is back. Keep loving it.